Give us sort of the elevator pitch on the book. Where exactly are you going with it? What's the broad point that you're trying to make here?
So the elevator pitch is quite simple, that we've been through 6-7 decades of tremendous economic progress around the world. Progress that in one sense has shifted from the West to the rest. But in a certain way, the West has fallen out of love with globalization. The relationship has soured, as it's the West itself that's no longer sure that globalization is working for itself.
What are we talking about when we talk about globalization, and what are we not talking about?
In a very simple sense, I would say that globalization is the idea that borders gradually diminish or dissolve over time, that the nation state becomes a little less important, and the connections across a kind of common humanity become more important. But the four freedoms are the freedom of movement of goods, services, capital, and people. So the idea is that borders don't really exist anymore. You can connect, you can go anywhere, you can trade with anyone, you can invest anywhere you wish to. What counts as a worthwhile life? Is a worthwhile life simply a life with a certain level of basic income? Or is a worthwhile life something which has meaning to it? That you get up each morning and have something to do that makes you feel valuable to your fellow citizens. And I'm not sure if a universal basic income in itself does that. So that's why I feel worried that somehow it doesn't create the meaning in people's lives that makes it worthwhile them getting out of bed each morning.
One of the premises is that globalization favors the rich. But in fact, obviously we've lifted millions, if not billions, of people out of poverty by way of globalization. Now,
Yes.
The problem, of course, is these people are not often visible.
Does income inequality go up or down thanks to globalization? The answer is it does both, which is a classic economist answer of on the one hand and on the other, but it generally does do both depending on your point of view. So the evidence strongly suggests that globalization reduces income inequality between nations. So roughly speaking, China's made progress every 10 years, which it took the US every 50 years to achieve, which is really quite a remarkable story. So that's the good side of globalization, that it's narrowed these income gaps. It's created an opportunity for many countries to escape from the grinding poverty that they were trapped in for many decades previously.